Like our elders say, everything is not available on Google.
Yeah.
It's like that. We are proving Google wrong somewhere.
Oh.
That multi-layer plastics is recyclable. It can be used in multiple products, and it has a use case to it.
So our title can go as Google can be proved wrong.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. The problem was mixed plastic waste in India because we don't segregate our waste. At least in tier 1, there is some sort of segregation that happens. But in tier 2, tier 3 cities and villages, there is no segregation at all of plastic. Each and everything goes in one dustbin only. 8% of CO2 which is generated in the world is because of concrete. This was the main line which we wanted to solve. कि 8% का 1% भी कम कर पाए. So we have a deal, like we have a good solution over here. I had hired my watchman, my building watchman. That was my first hire.
Achha,
Yeah.
First employee.
Yeah, first employee.
Actually, plastic is the best form of material to be used for packaging.
Definitely. It is the magic material of this generation.
Yes.
Like there was Stone Age, Ice Age, and now it's the plastic age.
Shades of plastic. Hi Sharang, welcome to Ink Stories.
Hello, hi. Thank you for inviting me.
Sharang, it's a pleasure to have you. I got to know about you from Sameer Joshi, who was our earlier guest.
Yes.
And I've heard so many wonderful things about you, which we are going to talk through. But I must admit that I'm very jealous of you.
Okay.
You're all of 25 and you've done so much at such a young age. You're kind of, creating, carving a path for so many youngsters your age and younger and who are going to be following. कि आप ये सब कैसे कर रहे हो? Let's know about your journey. Are you all set? Can we talk?
Yes, definitely. We can talk about it and speak everything about what I have done and what I have done until now. I have not done much as of now. There is a lot of stuff yet to be done, I think. But there are a few things that I have achieved, I think, in terms of just starting it up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, right now we are at a good stage where we have developed a few products, getting involved in a lot of multiple ventures where we are developing new and new sustainable products and giving or providing a solution for the goals of what United Nations has stated for 2030. So we are just trying to provide each and every solution for each and every goals that are coming across, and mainly the plastics thing.
Right. To give a head start to our viewers of what exactly this is. So basically, Sharang specializes in circular economy.
Yeah.
He kind of works with multi-layer plastics, which is a big problem for the environment, and the government and other public bodies and even private organizations are very strongly talking about it and finding solutions. And you're working in that space, helping the Indian environment to be cleaner and better. Right? Yes. Have I been able to explain?
Yes. Multi-layered plastics, basically the chocolate and biscuit wrappers.
Right.
To keep it very simple, those are the waste which is like thrown away on the road, even after using like eating a chocolate or wrappers. Those things are the main problem or the menace of the waste management systems, which did not have any solution. Even if you Google recycling of multi-layered plastics, it is written in bold words that multi-layered plastics are non-recyclable until now.
Correct.
So we are just providing a solution and saying that this is wrong. And like how we say, like our elders say, everything is not available on Google.
Yeah.
It's like that. We are proving Google wrong somewhere.
Oh.
That multi-layer plastics is recyclable. It can be used in multiple products, and it has a use case to it.
So our title can go as Google can be proved wrong.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So let's start with your journey. How did you get into this? So let's go a little bit behind about your journey.
So I am a software engineer by education. I did my software engineering from Atharva College in Mumbai in Malad. That's how I graduated. And from that, I was in Italy for a few months for internship program when I got to know about waste management, because I was fined 50 euros for throwing my waste in an unsegregated way. And that's how all it started. That this waste management is a thing, and segregation of waste is an essential thing in developed countries. And that's how the research started of what was happening out of waste in the developed countries like Europe. And after coming back, I saw it over here that there was no segregation happening in door-to-door collection of waste that is happening currently over here. But it has come a long journey right now where there is segregation of waste happening in each and every building. So when I was in Italy, I got fined for throwing my waste. I researched that what were they doing out of that waste over there. And I got to know they are recycling it and making it into unbelievable products. So all the bus stops over there were made from this waste plastic. The benches over there were made from waste plastics. The benches in my own campus, which was in the garden, were all made from those waste plastics. So that intrigued me a lot. Like, if this can be done here, it can be done in a very good way and in a scaled up way in India as well.
Correct.
So that's how the opportunity came, and that spark came into me that we could do something here.
I can understand the spark, but चालू कैसे हुआ? मैंने घर पे आए, रूम में तो सब देख लिया, but घर पे आके क्या किया आपने? What is the first step?
So the thing is that in Indian household, I have seen and experienced that our mothers never throw the waste unused. Like, even the thing mainly started when my mom used to collect those milk wrappers.
Right.
Milk pouches.
Milk pouches, correct.
जो घर पे आते हैं रोज. 1 liter, 2 liter sachets come to our home every day.
Yes.
Each and every day there is a waste that is coming. The first in the morning.
First thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning that comes into our house is milk. So she used to basically pour it in the bowl and heat it up, boil it for us. And the packet was useless. So she used to just rinse it and put it over the wall. And she had collected many pieces like this, like 3 or 4 months she was collecting. And we had a quarrel about that why was she collecting this and how could you do this? Like, why are you collecting this? So she said that we'll do something out of this. And that was the first thing that we made something out of those milk pouches that we were collecting, because it was clean, it did not smell, it was very soft. So we said, why don't we make pillows out of it, because it is already soft.
You mean the pillow fillers?
Yeah, the pillow, which the cotton basically.
Replacing cotton. Okay.
Replacing cotton.
Wow.
Instead of the cotton, so we put the milk pouches inside the pillow cushion.
You shredded it into small pieces?
We shredded it. We put it as one piece also.
Achha, multiple.
Yeah, in multiple ways. We made the filler material for cushions, and I sold those cushions.
You sold them also?
Yeah. That's how the business starts.
That's how
That's how business is done. Once the sale is done, that's how
you get the confidence कि बस मैं कुछ तो सही कर रहा हूँ.
हाँ, बिल्कुल. So एक दो बेचा बिक गया पहले. So I got confidence कि ये बिक सकता है. So I went around to multiple pillow sellers, like who were selling it on wholesale, and retailers also. That if you are buying a cushion for 100 rupees and you are giving 50, 20, 30% margin over it, I could give you for 50 rupees and you could get 100% margin over it. And they also liked it. Why not? So that's the first product that I made out of pillows and the first commission. So this took a good step and there was a lot of demand.
How old were you then?
I was 22, yeah.
Okay, chalo. Yeah,
22.
Then फिर आगे क्या किया?
Like just out of engineering.
Just out of engineering.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how I started it. And then there was a demand for it. So I had to collect a lot of milk pouches because we could not buy it. There was useless.
Yes.
That buying milk and just using it.
Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. So the best source of milk pouches, I thought would be the chaiwalas. In India, in Mumbai, there are chaiwalas in every 100 meters. So, and they buy a lot of milk on a daily basis.
Right.
So I started collecting those milk pouches from all those tea vendors.
Acha.
Yeah. So around 40 to 50 tea vendors around Borivali. From Borivali, I stay in Borivali
Okay.
in Mumbai. So around 40, 50 tea vendors. I used
So all the tea guys around that area.
yeah. Everyone knows me now, and everyone gives tea free to me, even till date.
You're a close friend now.
Yeah. Close friend. I do business with them. I collect waste from them till now also.
Acha.
Like we have a supply chain. Another NGO who does the collection for us.
Acha.
We have told them that you have to collect it from them also.
Okay.
So they collect the waste from the tea vendors, and that's how the thing started. Like I was collecting it from them using my. I had hired my watchman, my building watchman. That was my first hire.
Acha.
Yeah.
First employee.
Yeah, first employee. And he used to. We both were used to wash that milk pouches and rinse it over the terrace,
Acha.
and then use it in the pillows, and they make pillows out of it.
Oh. Phenomenal beginnings.
Yeah. So that's the first thing.
Acha.
Yeah, and then I worked in an NGO also,
Acha.
where we used to send Diwali snacks. We make faral, what we call it in here.
Yeah, in Maharashtra.
Yeah, in Maharashtra, the snacks,
Diwali sweets.
So we used to send them to our Indian Army Jawans in Leh Ladakh.
Okay.
So around 5,000, 6,000 boxes, we used to send it to them. We still do it in every Diwali. That is a ritual. It has grown to around now around 1,500 boxes. 15,000 boxes. From 5,000 to 15,000 boxes. We send it to the Indian Army soldiers in Leh Ladakh who are not able to, celebrate
Yeah, with
the
the
Diwali with their families. So we used to send that, and plastic packaging was used over there also for packaging, because I'd say
Actually, plastic is the best form of material to be used for packaging.
definitely it is the magic material
Yeah.
of this generation.
Yes.
Like there was Stone Age, Ice Age, and now it's the plastic age.
It's a plastic age.
It is like we cannot deny that.
Yeah, we have to. I totally agree. We cannot deny it.
It is in each and every industry. We overcome and tackled the problem of COVID just because plastic was there. PPEs, masks, medical equipments, all are made out of plastics.
Correct.
There is no alternative to that.
Correct.
So that thing it cannot be denied that plastic is a good thing. But the other side is also there,
Waste.
that the waste collected from it. So
And that's where you come into the picture.
yeah, definitely.
So then आगे क्या हुआ? In terms of how did you really make it into a business? And ये conceptualize idea आपको ये हुआ तो how did it
So
translate into a business?
So we went across, and the best way of doing business is giving solutions. So we first thought, what is the problem over here in plastics? What is the problem? The problem was mixed plastic waste in India, because we don't segregate our waste. At least in tier 1, there is some sort of segregation that happens, but in tier 2, tier 3 cities and villages, there is no segregation at all of plastic. Each and everything goes in one dustbin only. So this mixed plastic waste needed a solution. And in plastic industry, as much as I have learned, you cannot manufacture anything from mixed plastic waste because of compatible issues and machinery issues and everything.
Yeah.
So what we did was we found a solution to treat mixed plastic waste and create products out of it, which could be useful.
Lovely.
So that's how everything.
As we started, Google पे भी लिखा है कि mixed plastic को recycle नहीं कर सकते.
बिल्कुल.
और आप वही कर रहे हो in terms of mixed plastic waste को recycle कर रहे हो.
Yes, exactly. That was the main problem, and finding a solution for that is how you create a business, I think. So that's how we started it, and we made few tiles out of my old oven. Like I got a oven from the top shelf, जो use नहीं हो रहा था for last many years. It was bought by my grandfather and grandmother in their age, and it was just kept on the loft for no use. So we used that. We made a small mold out of wood plywood, waste plywood, and we melted the plastic in the oven and then put it in that mold and pressed it. So we got a tile out of it, and it was beautiful. Like it was very artistic for that to say.
At least for the first attempt.
Yeah, very artistic. Like कुछ तो है. This is like a modern art. कोई समझता नहीं है किसी को, मुझे तो नहीं समझता, but ये अच्छा दिख रहा है.
अच्छा दिख रहा
It's like that. So it was like a very nice start. So अलग अलग टाइप के वेस्ट हम लोग ने लिए. वी डिड द सेम प्रोसेस. वी मेड डिफरेंट आर्टिकल्स आउट ऑफ इट, डिफरेंट कलर्स, ग्रेनाइट फिनिश, वुडन फिनिश, ऐसे सब करते गए. एंड that's how we got our USP product, the tile that we wanted to make. And after researching, we got to know that concrete or cement is the largest emitter of CO2, which is depleting the ozone layer. So we wanted to solve that problem. 8% of CO2 which is generated in the world is because of concrete. This was the main line which we wanted to solve. कि 8% का 1% भी कम कर पाए, so we have a deal, like we have a good solution over here. And plastics on that in that spectrum produces almost 95 to 98% less CO2 than concrete. So where 1 kg of plastic is being emits, so 1 kg of concrete emits 2.5 kgs of CO2. 1 kg of plastics emits around 250 grams of CO2. So that was the difference.
That is the difference, huh?
So 250 grams and
250 kgs.
2.5 kgs
2.5
per kilo. So that was the
10
difference.
times.
Yeah, 10 times. So we thought ki this is a good solution and we should do this. So we started developing the tile. We made tiles out of those mixed plastic waste. And the other problem that we saw around while going to the factory and everything was the C&D waste, because the metro work was going on at that time and there was a lot of concrete waste. So C&D waste, construction and demolition waste, was another thing that we saw that needs a solution as well. So we mixed the both of those. Mixed plastic waste.
Concrete waste with mixed plastic.
Yes.
Wow.
And we got a good solution to that. And we used machineries from local recyclers. There are a lot of recyclers who are they are recyclers, but they are not authorized recyclers. They are doing a good
अपने में बना रहे हैं, अपने में कर रहे हैं.
अपने में कर रहे हैं, अपने में अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं. But there are few things that they are
Not recognized
by the government. They are not following the norms, pollution norms, and because water is used in while recycling, the pollution that is created during that, that is the downside of it. But they are recycling the waste plastics or at a very good level. So one of those guys helped us because we are very young and and he also was very young at that age. At the time, he was almost in his 28, 30 age. He wanted to do something new from his father's footsteps, what he was following. So he said, yeah, I'll give you my machine that you can do experiments on. So he helped us. And the first material that we made was the composition of mixed plastics and C&D waste.
Okay.
And the reports, we tested that material and it came out to be amazing material. Means it was very dense. It has a high compression strength and a lot of other factors were very nice on that.
Good for tiles.
Yeah, good for a product, for a plastic product, for injection molding, processing it.
Okay.
So, and we chose tile. We chose tile at a very earlier stage that we want to do this only. So, we patented that.
So you have patent?
Yeah, right now I have 2 patents on my name, which we did during the lockdown only. Wow. The one was for the material and one was for the design of the tile. Yeah. So we did that out of mixed plastics waste and everything. And then the lockdown hit actually. After all of this research and patenting and everything, this span was around for 6 months from our research to the end stage till the lockdown hit. So everything happened in the 6 months. And after it in lockdown, it was like a whole shutdown for everyone. But after a few months, like the lockdown hit in March, and April, May, nothing was happening. And in June starting, the web grew.
You mean internet, podcasts and all that.
The podcasts, the interviews, the online seminars happening all over the internet.
Right.
And that is the time we got our chance to present ourselves. So, and LinkedIn played a very vital role for us in this whole journey, because everyone we met was through LinkedIn in this plastic industries.
Nice.
And plastic industry, each and everyone is accessible over LinkedIn. Like it is like you just have to send a message and they will reply to you.
That's so nice.
And it is the whole industry is very good, open to accept everyone who is doing a good work. So that's how everything happened. I was called upon. So we put out videos of what we were doing, how the comparison videos between the tile, the concrete and red brick. So that went a bit of viral, and we were called upon for an interview by Central Pollution of India. It was a company who were giving sustainable solutions of what can be done, which are the new solutions and everything. And there I met my mentor. I met Samirji over there only in that particular thing. After the seminar, he had mailed me that you're doing good work and would love to support you. So that was very nice. And he was the treasurer of Indian Plastic Institute, which was a very big thing to receive that mail from such eminent person in the industry.
Right.
So it was very nice that some people are recognizing us.
Right.
So after that, we grew on LinkedIn also. And there is a company called as Shakti Plastic Industries, which is one of the biggest recyclers. I would say the number one recycler of India, having many plants in India and recycling at a very good level, like almost around 150 tons per day of recycling of plastics, and in an organized way.
Wow.
So the MD, the managing director of that company, approached us over LinkedIn that you're doing good work, so why don't you meet me? So, and luckily his office was like 1 kilometer away from our workshop.
So it was destiny.
Yeah, it was destined to be there.
So, okay.
Yeah. And we went there, we met him, and he was very impressed with the work that we were doing. We showed him the material, the products that we were making. And he handed me a bag of granules, or the raw material which he was making. कि इससे कुछ करके दिखाओ, make something out of it. So, and I was like, okay, yeah, definitely, why not? We can do it. We got to the workshop, and within few hours, like 3-4 hours, we had a tile that we had made, and we went in the evening to his office and showed him, and he was very impressed. Like in one day, in few hours, you have done this, so it is very great. So that's how the support from that company started. Like he said, like within 6 months we'll do a MOU and we'll take forward this particular project. And that's how the tile was made. So the tile was mainly focused for mixed plastic waste, and we slightly changed our goal of raw material from mixed plastics to multi-layer plastics. That was chocolate and biscuit wrappers, because that was even a bigger problem. There was no solution for how can we use that into different products. So we made those tiles in those span of 6 months. We researched a lot. We spoke to a lot of chemical people who were experts in how do you make a material, how do you make a raw material. And because of Rahulji, the MD, we got a good connect.
Rahul is the MD of Shakti Plastic.
Yes, he is the MD of Shakti Plastic.
Okay.
So he connected us to a lot of people, and that helped us to develop a raw material, which is now we are producing almost, that tile is being like 2 tons of tiles are produced each and every day.
Wow.
Yeah, from whole of MLPs, multi-layered
plastics.
Yeah. So that is how we made our first product, the entry product.
Okay.
And with those tiles, we have done a few footpaths, a few hundred schools, and the company I would really love to tell about was Parley Agro.
Okay.
The fruity appy company who makes those.
Mr. Ramesh Chan.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that company supported us of buying those tiles. So they use these tiles in 100 odd Anganwadi schools, which they are building across India in very rural part of the countries, where they are providing education, the schools. to kids
Nice.
below age of 4, 5,
Nice.
and those tiles are being used in each and every Anganwadi schools over there.
Lovely.
Yeah, so such a big company using these tiles was
Made a lot of impact.
made a lot of impact for us. And also at the same time, they saw the value in that this is a circular product, this is a sustainable product, and this will never go to waste. Even when you want to remove those tiles and renew it, put in new tiles after 15-20 years, this tile will have a value to it.
Yeah.
Because it is a plastic tile.
Right.
It won't go into the landfill.
Yeah.
It will go to some kabadi wala or bangar wala.
And again, we will
Purchase that, and it will have a value to it. It is like investing in something.
Yes.
It will still have a value. It won't go into vain
Correct.
and into landfills.
Correct.
And we can recycle that again and again. We have recycled these tiles for around 7 times. We have
You can recycle it 7 times.
yeah, 7 tiles.
So on this podcast, we should advocate people using plastic tiles more than a concrete tile.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. We should do that. And the finishes that we get are also superb. We get solid colors. We get any colors from it.
The way you want can be customized.
Yes, definitely. We can customize it in a very different way.
Wow, great.
Yeah.
So now let's go a little bit towards your fabric business. You're doing some phenomenal stuff there also. You adorned Modi ji with your jacket. Tell us about it, please.
Yes. So, because we are providing services for waste management
Yeah.
to a lot of companies that we recycle a few tons of material for in their behalf, we have a good clientele. So Indian Oil was one of the clientele who had approached us for a sustainable solution. And we had given them a jacket which was made by a company called Ecoline in Chennai.
Okay.
Tripur, Karur. So we supplied them the jacket and they liked it a lot. And that jacket was made from PET bottles. So the PET flakes, the PET bottles, the water bottles that we get are made into fabric, polyester fabric, what we usually use in our sportswear and gym wear.
Right.
So that type of fabric can be made from those PET bottles. So the fabric and the process of making those cloth and after that a jacket is done over there in Karur, and we supplied it to Indian Oil Corporation from where they started a campaign called Unbottled, and the chairman, Mr. Shrikant Vaidya, had felicitated everyone in the Indian Energy Week, and he presented the quote to our Prime Minister Modi ji at the event, and he wore it. The next day was the Parliament session, the budget session, where he wore the jacket.
Wow.
And it was a outstanding thing for us.
Yeah,
because
for you, for the nation, for him to take such a huge step in terms of promoting organizations at all scales. It's lovely.
definitely, and it was amazing. Like our Prime Minister wearing it in the Parliament and using that thing on a regular basis. Recently, he had went to Japan for the G7 summit. He wore the jacket over there also, and we have been seeing that every time we see Modi ji, we see the jacket that he is wearing. We have given him a lot of other colors also.
Lovely.
Keeps wearing it and promoting it, and a lot of different ministers are also liking it. So we gave it to Gadkari ji, Yogi ji, our Maharashtra CM Eknath Shinde ji.
Wow.
So everyone is appreciating that also. Now that textile business is also taking off. We have started this around 3-4 months ago only.
That's it.
Yeah. Yes.
यार एक बात बता, at least all of 25, how are you managing all this, man? You are giving, I mean, all other 25-year-old who are listening to this would be like, यार हम लोग तो इतना कुछ कर नहीं पा रहे हैं. Sharan, तू क्या कुछ कर पा रहा है?
नहीं,
I mean, what is your secret?
There is no secret. I think it is just good deeds of my parents, I would say.
I'm sure.
That is helping me to reach where I have been doing this work.
Lovely.
But at the same time, hard work, I think, and being able to provide a service to the clients, because we say in Hindi, no, कि customer भगवान जैसा है.
हाँ.
So when you provide to them, they show it to different people, give it, and they tell it to different people also, and from there you get more and more things to do. And once you are giving a good service, people will come to you. People will provide a solution.
I'm sure.
Promote your solutions also.
I'm sure. Yeah, though you're doing phenomenal stuff. You're creating a solution for a problem which is not even there on Google. People can't even read.
Yeah.
How can they work with multi-layered plastics, and the packaging industry, faces this problem because they use a lot of multi-layered plastics for various applications. Because as we were discussing earlier, plastic is the best invention, one of the best inventions of mankind in the recent times.
Yeah.
And there are no solutions to replace plastics. So there is always a guilt when I am using it. Am I doing the right thing? But after having spoken to you, and people who are listening to this podcast would probably get a sense of realization that there is no problem in doing what you're doing. Just see to it, how can that be segregated right? And reach out to companies like yours who can make it into wonderful products like jackets to be worn by our honorable PM.
Definitely.
Lovely. And tell me, Sharang, I was thinking ki aapko koi, did you face any challenges while doing this? I mean, in terms of you're young, ye scale mein, you were telling me that your manufacturing plant is around 3 lakh square feet in Indore. It's pretty large in terms of a setup, in terms of scale and size. So, any challenges that you faced in the last couple of years? Anything that you would want to advise to the young generation?
Definitely, there are challenges in each and everything. That plant that I was speaking to you about is of my partner, Mr. Rahulji.
Sure.
Where I am using his facilities to make the products. But as a partner, I am getting to use all the facilities of what his vision is, of how
a person like Mr. Rahul having the trust in a youngster to kind of आओ करो, कोई ऐसा तो नहीं देगा ना भाई. He has to have a certain kind of trust in you that you can deliver.
Definitely. So that was the challenge is in delivering only.
Yeah.
Once you show that you can deliver, there will always be a trust. Once you might fail once, twice, thrice, but eventually you will succeed in doing things that you wanted to do and not someone else was expecting it from you.
Correct.
So that's what we did. We failed a few times in our projects,
So you have failed.
Yes, multiple times.
And so failure is a norm.
Basis. Yeah, मतलब 10 काम में से एक काम में fail होते ही होते हैं. But just we do that on the next day.
Right.
Because just like engineering, we have a good way of tackling failures. The engineering has taught us that. I think engineering has developed us in such a way that we don't fear failures.
We don't fear failures.
Yeah.
Agree. Any advice to the youngsters?
I would say choose your partners in a very right way. Trust them fully and trust yourself fully, and just be dedicated to what you are doing. And it will be done. Like you will be able to achieve, because in this age where we are in digital age, you can grow very nicely in such a way that even export market is exploding right now in terms of each and everything, in the service, in the products, in all the terms.
So many opportunities.
Very many opportunities are available right now.
True.
And the world has become a very small place right now.
Just a click of a button.
Just a click of a button. You just have to reach out to the right people and get connected with the right people.
Correct. And, like again, I'm saying you're 25, I'm just reminding you about your age. But then do you find time for your other pursuits? Like people your age play games, they do a lot of other things, extracurricular activities. Do you find time for those things, or that's at the back burner?
I don't think about that actually. Sometimes I just lose my own self, but I keep going out on treks and everything. Because gaming has become it has become once in a blue moon now.
Okay.
I don't remember when I played any games last time, like at least video games.
Okay.
But I keep playing football, going on treks, and seeing to it that I don't see my phone or laptop at least for a day in a month.
Digital detox.
Yeah, digital detox is necessary, I think. So that's what I do for just reliving my own self.
Great, yeah. Thanks. I think, speaking to you, I'm definitely inspired. I'm sure our listeners, our viewers who are going to be seeing this would also be inspired to see such a young guy. You're the youngest, I believe, who's been on our podcast and who's doing phenomenal stuff right from scratch. ऐसा नहीं कि dad का business से आप you're building it right from your own hands. Obviously with support from people, but then the trust that they have in you.
Correct.
So you're doing great stuff. One more question that I have for you, Sharang, is, like we were told about your story by Sameer Joshi. So like that, do you have anyone in your mind whom you would like or you would think can be an inspiring story for others to listen to?
Definitely. There are 3 people I would love to recommend who are doing something in the same field, and there are small startups doing amazing work. So one is Ali Asgar from Nasik. His company's name is Placycle. He is making amazing designer products from waste plastics.
Wow.
And he is doing it on his own, and he's doing great work. The second one is Smita Birkar, who is here in Mumbai itself. She runs a NGO called 5R, where she's into collection of waste and from all over the Mumbai. So she's a very good speaker also, and who is doing a good work as a woman entrepreneur in this industry. And the third one is Bombay Bhai or Shakti Yadav. His name is Shakti Yadav, who is running this NGO called Buy Food with Plastics. So he collects food, he gives food to people who are in need of food in slums and all around Mumbai in return of waste plastics.
Oh, wow.
These 3 people are doing excellent job. They are of my age and doing a very good job at the thing that they are.
I'll take their contacts from you and surely connect with them. It would be nice to know the kind of work that they're doing.
Definitely.
Okay. And I would like to take this opportunity to move to the last question that we have, which we usually ask our guests in terms of this podcast. How do you find it? And your advice in terms of how could we do things better?
You're doing great. I think more and more people should listen to this in all the other ways, right from being inspired, right from taking ideas from whoever is present in this podcast, and not just watching it and doing some call to action. I would say there should be a call to action to each and everything.
I mean, even if each person could take one small bit from each podcast, I think they can do a lot of positive change or bring a lot of positive change in their own life. Yeah.
Like from this podcast, the call to action could be go to my website and buy the clothes that we are making.
Sure. Bring a positive change.
Yeah, bringing a sustainable solution, bringing a sustainable fabric or garment to your own house, the first sustainable garment.
True.
That could be a solution. Buying recycled products.
Yeah. I mean, first thing is being aware about it.
Yeah.
I think this will make a lot of people aware about such solutions are available, and then probably even a lot of youngsters could think about starting something in this direction, take mentorship from you.
And some mentorship about me. I'm very young for that. But one more advice I just thought I should give is learn to sell yourself. Like when you can sell yourself, you can sell anything. Like the product and your talent, you can sell it off. You just need that confidence that you can sell yourself. If you have the confidence that the other person is going to like you, then he'll buy from you.
Lovely message. Yeah. Thanks, Sharang. I really appreciate. Thanks for your time. Thanks for doing this for us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.